All right, all right, all right. Well, I'm glad to see you, the first one here. We're just going to wait a moment, and I'm going to go over. I caught the city. All right. So I caught the city lying on the deposition from the Watertown, and I'm going to expose the city of Watertown. So, all right. So we're just going to over how. So I caught the city in a lie. So let me go to what I'm gonna expose here. So we got 9 people watching. We need some likes, all right? Like it, say hi. Hi, Santo, Pamela, how are you? We got Danielle, Santo, and Pamela here. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? So I caught the city of Watertown lying. All right, so down here it says this is the official evidence that the city of Watertown has submitted. It says, any false statements made herein are punishable as a Class A misdemeanor. All right. So let's go to the third paragraph. We're going to go to the third paragraph. All right. Now, criminal tampering, a Class B, third degree, requires that I have substantial inconvenience to the affected party. Now, it says right here, the City of Watertown Department of Public Works responded outside their normal to aid security measures to the flagpole to protect the flag. Okay, all contrary to the previous statute case may provided. So the City of Watertown Public Works is saying that they responded outside their normal duties. This wasn't, listen, first off, it's against the First Amendment, okay, to ban the flagpole, all right? We need to understand what the First Amendment says. The First Amendment says that we have the right to redress a grievance to the government. And when you banned the flagpole, you are preventing a redress of grievances. Okay? Now, besides that, they're saying because I took down the gay pride flag, that they had to go put a metal band on the flagpole to prevent anybody from taking it up and down. This is where I can catch the city in a lie. The city has already been practicing banning the poles several months before this incident. I have video proof. So if we go to my YouTube channel, all right, so let's go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to prove that the city of Watertown has been banning the flagpoles with a metal band since. All right, so let's go to my videos. So they're saying the city of Watertown Public Works did something never done before. It's not true. All right. So here we go. Videos, and we got to go back a couple months to the video called State Office Building. So hi, Elise. I see Elise just showed up. What else is in here? Lincoln Maniac, how are you? All right. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for liking. All right, I appreciate it. So we're going to go back a couple months to the video called State Office Building. So there it is. Ago called State Office Building. All right. So let me click on this video. So I took down the gay pride on June 20th, 2020. All right. So this video that I'm going to show you is from May 1st, 20. I still got these flies in here. All right. So these flies are bothering me. All right. So I got this video here, and it's from 1st. Now, I'm on my cell phone, so if you go to your own device, it's going to be very hard to see it. But when you play it, you will see the flagpole's already banned 2 months prior. So I'm back over here at City Hall. So if you were to zoom in with your own camera, you can almost see the bans on there already. But you can see the flagpoles have been banned with a metal band already. So according to this, all right, they're lying. All right. They're saying because I took down the gay pride flag, that they went outside and put a band on the flag. Well, I got video evidence that proves I shot that May 1st. Those were on there in April. Okay, so the bans on the flagpoles were already there. Now, here's the whole thing. Here's the whole thing, though. First off, it's illegal for the city of Watertown to ban the flagpoles. All right, because why? The First Amendment. If you guys don't know the First Amendment, Google it right now, read it, and then it talks about redress of grievances. Hello, okay, all right. So if you go to the video called State Office Building, I start my video at City Hall, okay? I was gonna go there again because I've already done it several times. So what makes it different? Here's another thing. I've already flipped the American flag at the State Office Building and at City Hall. I personally did that. And then there was a friend of mine that did it at the middle school or the junior high school, Case Junior. All right. So yeah, I caught this guy according to the deposition signed by Sergeant Joseph Giaquano. All right, now let's bring up something out. Listen, here's another thing. We got a Detective Neto. So we got a detective, Sergeant Joseph Giaquano is the one who made the thing. So we also, now here's another thing. We got a Detective Neto. You see that last name? Detective Neto is a detective in the Watertown City Police Department. That I'm going to kill as soon as I catch him. But anyway, this fly keeps bothering me. But anyway, Giaquano or Neto, guess who judge signed off on this? Neto. So, not only is there Detective Neto, there's a Judge Neto. How can the detective from the city police not influence his family, who's a judge, to sign off on this? We got a Neto detective and we got a Neto judge. So how's that, first off, possible? Like, that shouldn't be possible. All right? That shouldn't be possible at all. All right? There's a conflict of interest on the city's behalf. So the judge, Anthony Neto. So right there is Honorable Anthony Jeter, Judge, Watertown City Court. So why is a detective whose family with a judge allowed to put such paperwork forth? Like, come on, City of Watertown. Come on. What are you doing? We need to stand up together here, all right? So, like I said, we have an Anthony Neto, who's the judge. And we have a Detective Andrew Neto, who's the detective in this case, prevent sending all this information to the judge. So how is that even possible that these two are family? Come on now. Come on now. Like, come on. Like, seriously, do I even have to bring this up? Like, what kind of, like, what is the city of Watertown doing? But either way, but here's the whole thing, people. Point one of my motion, that alone is a legal reason to dismiss. For some reason, they don't do point one because they're retarded. Point two is the First Amendment. All right. And for some god awful reason, if they don't do that, I'm going to have to bring up the fact that the city of Watertown, I keep having this fly land on me. The city of Watertown has been lying, saying that caused them to do something that's out of their norm, when I can prove that they've already been doing it, that they've already been banning the polls. Now, here's another thing that they state. They say that I caused Mr. I'm only going to call him Mr. All right, the one who flagged down the Watertown City Police and he fished the flag out of with a stick. He took a stick and fished it out of the drop box, and then he flagged down. He should be arrested for going into the drop box and taking that flag out. I placed the flag into the drop box so it could be retrieved by the city of Watertown. Not that it could be retrieved by someone who watches my videos. All right. So I mean, it doesn't, like, the illegal act would be the Mr. going over and taking a stick into the drop box and taking out the flag, because I placed the flag inside the city drop box so the city of Watertown can retrieve it, not for some subscriber over and take it with a stick and go over and flag down a police officer. This fly is driving me nuts. This fly is driving me more crazy than the Mister. So I think I know that I got this covered in all areas if they try to come up with any argument. All right. Here's the thing with criminal court, everybody. Criminal court says in order for someone to be guilty, they must have no reasonable doubt. If there's any reasonable doubt, you cannot convict as. I have proven my case over and over and over. Now, I haven't proven it into a court yet. I've only been showing everybody what the truth is since the beginning. All right. My court date is not scheduled until September 24th. But according to on the case before September 24th. Now, is that we're going to take this to trial. He's an idiot. Listen, I'm going to go for a jury, not a judge. I will make sure it goes before a jury. And I will make sure that there's good Christians on that jury. They're going to stand for the Word of God. And not only going to stand for the Word of God, they're going to believe in the Constitution that has given us rights as citizens. All right? And I guarantee the DA, if he wants to take it to trial, he's probably going to put Q on there. Sorry. When you go to court, you put, and it says right in there, "In God we trust." So you pull any atheist, any LGBTQ member in there, we're going to put that man on a Bible, and we're going to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So, any way you look at this, city of Watertown, you're done, son. You're done, you city of Watertown. I can't believe you made the decision to have me arrested all because of the media. All right? News had Governor Cuomo involved. 7 News reached out to Governor Cuomo. This matter. Why are you meddling and making a bad name for myself when I'm within my right, 7 News? Now, I will give the Watertown Daily Times an okay review. They did an okay story. I'm only going to say okay, but the Watertown Daily Times did an okay story on what I stand for. 7 News, you made me look on camera of the way you edited. Listen, 7 News probably asked me 40 questions. I think they got me on there for 2 responses on all the news coverage that they did. You know? So, everybody, I just wanted to let everybody know that I caught the city of Watertown fibbing because I got video evidence proving that as far back as April, that they're banning and putting bans on the poll. Now, that's illegal in its sense because the First Amendment gives us a redress of grievances. And if you put a metal band on the flagpole, then that does not give the citizens the right to flip upside down or protest like I did and remove the gay pride flag. So the city of Watertown is in violation of, first, a criminal A misdemeanor for a false statement, and 2, in violation of the First Amendment, civil rights violation. And civil rights violation with a band, it's everybody. That's a class action. Everybody. So, you know what? Maybe God has placed me in mission because I might be the only person that has ever been trained over here at the city of Watertown. I don't know I don't know if the mayor, I guarantee none of the city council members have ever been trained in the raising of colors and flags. I'm a veteran of the United States Navy. I had lots of training in not only raising our American flag, but raising all the flags and all the procedures. So yeah, Danielle says our civil rights are being violated daily. You're right. They are. Stand up for them. All right. So I'm in the middle of a political battle here. And they don't listen. First off, why is the detective passing everything along to a Judge Janetto? And we all listen, this is Watertown. It's not like Smith, okay? It's not like if your last name is Smith, other Smith, you know, not really. If your last name is Netto and you're a Netto, you're related. That's your cousin, that's your uncle, that's your father. All right. You know, it's listen, I guarantee it. That's either his nephew or his son. There is no way around it. All right. There's no. Now, I don't know which way it is. It's either his nephew or his son, but they're related. You know what I mean? I guarantee it. Guarantee. Well, it might be his cousin. It might be his two, you know, but they're cousins, uncle, or son. That's how they're related. There's no other. So if these guys are breaking bread, because we know how the Italians do it, right? They're nettos, all right? They're Italians. You break bread. You're always there on a Sunday. You know, yo, Donnie, let's get them. You know, like, listen, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that there's a netto and then there's a Judge Netto who's in charge of this? So it says the Masons run in the family. Yeah, now, I don't know if these are Masons. There's a good possibility. One's a judge, one's a detective. You don't know. You know what I mean? But I tell you this, the Italian, I know. Listen, I was raised by Italian. My last name might be Berriger, but I was raised by Italians in the foster care system. All right? I guarantee that Judge Netto and Detective Netto break bread on a regular basis. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And how can somebody who breaks bread be subject? It's a conflict of interest here already. So first off, Judge Neto needs to be tossed out. Like, no way that this can go before Judge Neto. First off, it shouldn't even go that far. The district attorney should look at what we just presented and be like, oh yeah, they're right. Dismiss. But if the district attorney is retarded, and if the district attorney is a part of the LGBTQ and he wants to pursue this, I will embarrass him in front of a jury. All right? Because let me tell you something, district attorney. We have to swear upon the Bible, the Holy Bible. All right? You don't think I'm going to come in there and tell you the whole truth, nothing but the truth? You got something else coming for you then. So anyway, that's my rant. All right, that's my rant, everybody. I'm sorry that I've been ranting. I haven't been reading these comments. I've been just ranting. Wow, Danielle says, I found out my grandfather was a Freemason. Danielle, is your grandfather still alive? Is he still with us? If he is, you should really question him about it. Like my grandparents are not. All my grandparents are passed, so that's why I asked it like that. I don't have any grandparents that are still alive. Yeah. Well, that's all right. It's hard. I know. It's Freemason. I know, because we know what they stand for. But, we'll see how that goes. So anyway, everybody, I just, Elise says, Donnie, you live in the city of Matry Town. Yeah, right. I'm the martyr. I'm the martyr town, right? See, people like, I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I know what rights are, and I know what the law says, is first off, I grew up in foster care. I've been in and out of the court system since I was 9 years old. All right, everybody. Since the age of 9, I've been in and out of family court. And then once I become of age, I joined the Navy. And here's the one thing that I will give credit to the Navy for. They made me truly understand the freedoms that I believe that the American public had. Okay. Now, they don't make you believe it. What they do, on the other hand, is different. Or we know that. Okay. But knowing what our constitutional rights are, it's crazy to see what is happening today. And why? Why is it happening like this? Because we got the television, we got media, we got all these organizations that are out there owned by 6 families. 6 families own all the corporations. It doesn't matter Coca-Cola, Disney, Kodak. It doesn't matter Ford, Chevy. There's 6 families that own everything. All right. That's how it is. You got 6 families running the whole world. So, hi, Mystical. How are you? I just seen Mystical pop in the chat. Pamela says the district attorney is the grandma. Yeah, at least feel sick. Well, probably because of what everything's going on, really. I mean, look at the state of what's going on in geez Louise. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So you have Satan running everything. So Satan's running the medical field. He's running the school system. He's running our government and he's media, right? He's running everything. So Satan is in control. Now, all these people don't think Satan's in control. They say, how can the whole world be in on it? How can the whole world be in on this deception? They are. First off, so the scripture tells us about how everybody, even the elect, will be deceived, right? Even the elect will. All right. It's very clear on this. Satan rules the earth. He goes to and fro to see who he can steal and kill and devour. Straight up. Our rights, I kind of feel like Watertown's the last stand. Like the last stand. I don't know anybody else that I know of. And now that could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm sure there could be other people. But this is like the last stand. Like, if this violate my rights, it's done. Like, there's no hope for America. Just don't worry, I don't. All right. You know what? I should really listen to that. We don't consent. We consent to a mask. And you're right. I shouldn't wear it because the only person that I would put it under my chin for is the store down. You're right. I shouldn't even do that no more. I shouldn't even bother with that no more. You're right. I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm just done with it. If they want to arrest me, they're going to arrest me. If they're not going to serve me, then I'm going to walk out of the store with what I have. Because in the city of New York, you cannot be charged with shoplifting if you attempt to pay. So if I go up to the counter and attempt to pay and they refuse to take me, I'm going to take my soda or chips or whatever I got with me out the door with me. So don't challenge me because I know in the state of New York, if I attempt to pay and refuse to take my payment, it's not stealing. It's not stealing, and I'll challenge that for it too. It's not stealing. It's not stealing because I attempted to pay and I want to pay. It's not stealing. Yes, it's taking a big risk. Listen, I know what the law says. You can only be charged with theft or if you didn't attempt to pay. And if I go up to the register and they refuse to take my, because I don't got a mask on, well, then guess what? They can't argue the fact that I attempted to pay. I'm just sick of it all. Yeah, sure. Listen, it's a big risk. Listen, what kind of game are they playing with me? What kind of game are they playing with me? I walk in the store. I don't steal from the store. I'm a paying customer. All right. And if I go in there to go pay for stuff and they refuse to take my payment because I don't got a mask on, well, I attempt it and they refuse to take it. So when the cops come to talk to me, I'll be like, well, here's my card. Go tell them I already attempted to pay. They refuse to take the payment. And guess what? I guarantee they'll take my payment. All right. See, this is what I mean when I say God must call me to such a calling because nobody else is willing to stand for what's right. Like nobody else is willing to stand, it seems. Why am I the only one going between all? Why am I going to city council and telling them the truth? How come nobody else is going to their city councils and telling them first off of creation and then letting them in on the fact that this mask thing is no good, all right? Why am I the only one doing this that I know? Like you guys need to call your mayors and show up to your city council meeting. Like this isn't no joke, people. Like this isn't a joke. We're like, oh, they've been lying to us, and there's nothing we can do. Forget that. Get out there, get known, all right, and tell people the truth of how things are. So Danielle says, we are, Donnie. All right. And then Pamela says, I was the only one that and stared at the other day at groceries. I don't care. I will not wear a muzzle. You're right. Right. Absolutely. Now, this is ridiculous. So Mystical says, lucky no mask where I live. Where do you live, Mystical? Well, it's the city, but what state or country do you live in where they tried that and it didn't work? New York is crazy right now. Oh, NL. All right. You're in the Netherlands? You're here? I don't have it colored in. This represents the Netherlands. The Netherlands right here. NL is Holland, the Netherlands. So yeah. I forgot that, Miss. That several months ago. I totally forgot that you told me you're from the Netherlands. You're right. I forgot. Yeah. Break the bell. Spell. I go maskless shopping early in the AM. Fewer customers. Lincoln Maniac. I went to 4 stores today. No one said a word about no mask. Cool, cool. And then you smile and say, hey there. All right. Now listen, the only person that I agreed to wear a mask at, and I only wear it under my chin, is over at the store here. But you're right. I'm no longer going to do that. And if they want to kick me out, they're going to have to kick me out with the merchandise that I attempted to pay for. I'll record it too. I'll bring my camera and be like, I want to pay. I want to pay for my items. I want to pay. It's not fair. You can't charge me with theft if I'm trying to pay. So I'll bring my camera with me. You're right. I'm just sick of it. I'm totally sick of this mask thing. Ugh. And then when I went to city, I was wearing it on my head. I was wearing it around my neck. I had it off. You know what I mean? The only time I put it on or in my face over it. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to get kicked out. But you know what? Forget it, man. They're gonna have to drag me out. If they're gonna kick me out of anywhere, they're gonna have to drag me out, and I'm gonna record me being dragged. So I have my camera just dragging across the floor. So Elise says, I will never have the courage to do the half the stuff you do. I'm really shy. Listen, if we're calling on Yahuwah, the living God, the creator of all, we can true power and authority. Okay? All right? Just know that. We got the true power and authority when we want spirit. All right? We got to be bold as lions. So Lincoln says, one of my best friends passed away and wanted to celebrate his life with his favorite beer. All right, well, Jesus made water into wine and he kept the party going, didn't he? That's what Jesus did. The first miracle recorded from Jesus is when he made wine. to keep the party going. All right. So break the spell. Oh, you're talking to her. Yingling. You know, I never liked Yingling. I'll be honest with you. I like American beer. I like that 5%, 6% beer. I don't like a Yingling. I'll be honest with you. That I don't like Yingling. It's a lager. Actually, Yingling is an American beer. It is the oldest brewery in the United States, and it's a very heavy beer. It's very dark. To me, it tastes really bitter. When I drink a Yingling, I mean, I haven't done it in years and years, but to me, a Yingling beer is bitter. It seems like they just didn't have the sugar content right when they made the beer. Don't get me wrong, oldest brewery America has, but I don't know. I just like a regular beer that's like 5, 6%. IPAs, you like IPAs, yeah. Pilsners, yeah, yep, Pilsners. I like a PBR. That's Pilsner. That's a pretty cheap beer, but that's a regular beer. You know, they got crazy beers like a Natty Daddy. Like Natty Daddies are like 8% all. IPAs like the Independence. Yeah, the Independence breweries. Yeah, we have a lot here. Actually, Northern New York has a lot of breweries and wineries. We have 1812 Sackett's Harbor. That's a local brewery. And then we have like Coyote Moon. That's a local wine. But we have a lot of local wine and a lot of breweries right here in Watertown. There's quite a few. You can go to restaurants right here in town that make their own beer. Yeah, like when it comes to drinking, so Lincoln says I like to have one or two. I only drink. I catch a bus. I'm very good at cutting myself off, and that's it. You know. So, do I grow a garden? I have. Not this year. I have had gardens in the past, but where I live here, no space for it. Um, don't get me wrong. I could probably grow out of buckets or something like that. Um, I wish I had an area for that. But I live right in the heart of Watertown. I live right in the ghetto, and my front yard is only like 6 feet by 10 feet big. That's my front yard, 6 foot by 10 foot. That's it. That's what I get for a front yard. And all back is a parking lot, so I don't really have a place. You're right. People would vandalize because years ago, I had several gardens at the one house. I used to live on East Main. I had a garden out front and out back, and my flowers. 'Cause I grew flowers out front, and people would come by and rip them up. Just come by. I mean, I'm sure they were picking them for their girlfriends or whatever they were doing, but they would come by and just rip them out of the ground. Square foot guard. You're right. There's no reason why I couldn't have something. But this year that I've been here in this place, I haven't. Danielle said I made a raised garden. That's really cool. What kind of stuff you got in that garden? Yeah, I used to grow pumpkins and squash, and I did potatoes, and I used to do I used to do sunflowers, and I used to do all different types of like marigolds. I would do it all from seeds. Um, tomatoes. Trying to think. It wasn't that diverse. It was just a few items. Yo, these flies are driving me crazy. I don't have any screens in my windows. I've been asking my landlord for 14 months, can I get the screens in my windows? And so far, the screens have not. And that's why I got all these flies in my apartment. Broccoli, beans, carrots, and all kinds. Cool. I love broccolis and beans and carrots. So Break the Spell says, I'm doing good with eggplant, Spanish vine, borders got a few zucchini plants. That's cool. Says, I grow many different veggies and fruits. Danielle says, I have to grow the vines by my fence line, right? Yeah, the vines love the fence. But you're right. If I did grow anything analyzed here, you can't keep anything out here. I pick up my lawn 3 times a week. 3 times a week, I take a trash bag outside and start picking up all the garbage that everybody leaves. And then as soon as I pick it up, I picked it up 2 hours ago. I guarantee if I out with my camera right now, you would see it littered with garbage again. It's crazy. Everybody just throws their garbage everywhere. And the epic of people who don't live here, who are over in this area, is crazy. So the heat in Texas is killing out. So Danielle, it sounds like you got to use a lot of water and maybe some shade. And one thing that I seen, look, I got a flag going on the camera. When in hot environments, one of the best things that I've seen for trying to grow gardens is to grow not a raised garden, but a sunken garden where you dig into the ground and then plant. So you're digging like 2 feet down, digging out a trench and planting in the trench. I've seen that for very hot climates, and that seems to work because it stays cooler down there, and it also helps with the water. Because I'm not really quite sure how much water you get there in Texas. Here in the north, we get quite a bit of precipitation. All right, it's called Watertown for a reason. All right, we found everywhere. Yeah, it hasn't rained here, but people could say that we're within a drought. But here's the whole thing: we're in a drought if it doesn't rain for a couple of weeks. They're saying it's a drought when we don't get any rain for 2 weeks. Oh, we're in a drought. No, we're not. There's plenty of water in the ground and in the river and in the lake and in the ponds and the streams. Like they call this place Watertown. There's plenty of it. Oh, you got some watermelons ready. That's cool. Mystical. Being up there in the Netherlands, does your fruits and vegetables grow much larger than down here? Sure, it would be like Alaska, right? You guys are getting a lot more sunlight during the growing season. So I bet your fruits and vegetables are much larger there. Oh, and then I got my favorite cup that Danielle made me, Flat Earth, Watertown, New York. All right. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. Thank you to Danielle. I use this cup every day. I lost connection. It could be me. I connect. It buffers all the time. What's up, Dr. Law? How are you? Yep, I gave you a shout out. Thanks for the cup. I use it every day. I do and I don't. Let me tell you about the truthers that I do have. They can agree to the earth being flat. They can agree to NASA. They can agree to the firmament. All right. They can agree to the chemtrails. They can just about agree to what the truth is. When it comes to actually doing something about it, nobody's doing nothing about it. I'm the only one trying to do something about it. So, do I have people who are agreed to the truth here? Yes. There's not that many. There's just a handful of them. But I don't see nobody else putting an effort to try to change, make a real change here. I'm not, when I first became a flat earther and I came out of the truth here, I thought, I'd go tell everybody I ran into, right? That was not enough. Just running into a regular person on the street wasn't enough for me. What mattered to me was to make real change and to get it before our policy. And that's why I go to city council, and that's why I go after the mayor, and that's why I go after the city council. Because if these people, if the mayor of Watertown and the city council come to know the truth, then therefore they can stand up and say what the truth is. All right. So people want to know, why do I continue to go to city council and talk to the mayor? Because I want the city council and the water to stand up for the people. That's why I go there. All right. Elise is down in Lewis County, which is another county over. The famous Krogan bologna. So Elise is from Krogan, and everybody knows how famous Krogan bologna. Well, if you're from around here, you want your Krogan bologna. It doesn't matter what the price is. We just want it. Splash water. So I'm gonna go grab a cigarette. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go all back here. All right, so uh-oh. Please look away your comment. Oh, you didn't want no one to know. Danielle says you should meet up. You prefer Lebanon bologna. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Really? You prefer, I never heard, I've always heard of Krogan bologna. I know Lebanon's another town over, but they make bologna. Well, I'm sure that somebody would, but I don't know. That's all right. I think I'm the only one that listen, this isn't like regular bologna. Like, I don't know why they call it bologna, because it's not, it's nothing like a regular bologna. So I don't even know why they even call it that, but they call it. Oh, Lebanon. I thought we had Lebanon, New York too. We probably do have a Lebanon, New York. Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. That makes sense down there. We do have a Lebanon, New York. It might not be spelled the same though, but it's the O is kind of silent. Oh, yeah, I'm totally messing up the name of your town. That town you're talking about. Living. Oh, okay. So, what questions you guys got for me? Anything new? What's going on in your town? Any news that I should know about? Or is there anything you guys want to see me make a video on or anything like that? Because we only got 4 people watching, and it's probably just everybody in the comments. When is That's a good question. It never happened, and the reason why it didn't happen is because the person who offered the cottages, I haven't heard from them. And not only that, um, well, it's basically that. It's basically that. I mean, I should schedule another one. I should schedule another meeting and then get a hold of um, everybody and let them know. But here's the whole thing, though. Who's going to come to Watertown? Seriously, seriously. You know how far north I am. Like, I know I got people in other countries, but if you're in the United States, I'm totally out of the way from like anywhere you're going. Like, Watertown is its own destination. You're Other than if you're not coming to Watertown, you're going to Canada. All right. All right. So, all right. Lincoln says he'll come. All right. Well, you know what? Let me make some serious prayers on it. Let me think about it and the date. And we could probably set something up for next month. Because August is coming and we can make something towards the end of August. And let me see who I can get involved with this. Lincoln says, I have a friend in support group north of you. Not much farther. You got one more county above me, and then you're into Canada. I mean, you can get Canada from my county too, but I want what? Do you remember the town they live in? Remember where they live north of me? So Elise says, yeah, definitely no tourism here. Well, maybe. Well, I'd say not so much. I know Lewis County is beautiful in its own set. Like if you like the mountains and stuff like that, Lewis County is really nice. You guys are in the foothills of the Adirondacks, and you guys have some beautiful lakes and streams and stuff out there. Some great hunting. But here in Jefferson County, we just had the Bassmasters at Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River. And the St. Lawrence River has won the best bass fishery last year, and I guarantee it's going to win it again for 2020. So Jefferson County is get-togethers and come to vacation here because they're vacation homes. We have many, 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 many vacation homes where people come from all over the earth to come here to spend summers. Oh, Ogdensburg. Okay. You're up in Ogdensburg. Okay. All right. Yeah, Ogdensburg is an hour and a half north of me. Ogdensburg is borders Canada. Yep, they're way north. About an hour and a half it would take. Santos said it's an hour away. It's an hour if you don't speed. Well, I mean, it's an hour if you do speed. You're probably right, an hour. I say an hour and a half if you do the speed limit like I do. I do the speed limit because I have a commercial license. I have a speeding ticket since I was 19 years old. You're right. Take the Black Lake Road. Yep, that's a little. Yep, you're right. Take Black. That's the little shortcut you can take. Yep. But still, that road's not so good. I mean, I don't know. It's been several years since I've been down that road, but once you get up to Bethlehem, that road through Bethlehem on Black Lake Road is pretty bad. Last time I knew. I mean, it's been several years since I've taken that road. I think it says 5 over. Yeah. Yeah. See, I got a commercial driver's license. So I've always in Washington State for going 15 miles over the speed limit. I learned my lesson immediately for a $340 ticket. Yeah, so I haven't got a speeding ticket since I was 19. Knock on wood. Make sure I don't get another one. A license, driver's license. I have a CDLB, a commercial driver's license, Class B. That's for like dump trucks, buses, everything but big rig, just about. Bird. Oh my goodness, got 113 and a 55. You probably went to jail over that one. Yeah, I hear you, Santo. Yeah, like I said, you can make it there in an hour, but you're not going the speed limit. Oh, okay. You got lucky then, because normally you get arrested for going that fast. Like I said, I learned my lesson. I had a $340 ticket for going 15 over. When I was in, I quickly learned, nope, I'm not speeding anymore. Yep, yep. Could have gone to jail, learned my lesson. Yeah, and now that I have a commercial license, I've had a commercial license since I was 20 years old. So at 19, I had a regular license. When I was 20 is when I got my commercial license. And that just even reinforced it more that I can't have any problems with my license. Mike, so Mike just joined us. How you doing? Um, you just getting here, Mike. What I talked about in the beginning of this is that I caught the city of Watertown in a lie. They said that they had to act by putting a metal ban on the flagpole after I took down the gay pride flag, saying that they acted outside of their normal duties. I have a video from May 1st showing the bands already on the flagpole, proving that the city of Watertown has lied in their statement, saying that with me taking down the pride flag caused them to put up the metal band. I can prove through my video that it was already up there as far back as April, because the video that I have is from May 1st. They didn't put the bands up on May 1st. They put the bands up in April. So, I'll just give you a little update on what you missed in the beginning of the video. So we got 9 people liking. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. It just lets me know how many people agree with what I have to say. I usually have anywhere from like about 5 or 6 people always dislike my videos. It's got to be the same people. You hate it so much that you just dislike it. I see 9. So someone says I see 10 likes. I see 9. It says 9. But anyway, everybody, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for coming by. And Monday is another city council meeting. I will be bringing up how they lied in their deposition. They had me charged unlawfully, so I'll be bringing that up. I will also be bringing up the fact that why can't I raise God's name? I want to make a flag that has God's name written in Hebrew, and I want that flag to be raised at City Hall. Okay, I'll be bringing that up, and who knows what else. I'm also not going to be going with a mask. I'm just not going to do it. They're going to have to let me out. They're going to have to arrest me. They're going to have to do whatever they're going to have to do, but I'm not going to stand for wearing a mask because it's bothering me that I've been putting a mask under my chin to go into the store on the street. I'm not going to go through this anymore. They're going to have to ban me from all places if that's. I'm just going to keep going. So everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And says probably the rainbow people. Yeah. The rainbow people don't like me because I keep shining light on their on this. Yeah. So everybody, thanks for coming by. And who knows, I might go live again tomorrow. But at least look forward to city council meeting on Monday, 9 o'clock. And hopefully they don't bother me. But I guarantee these people are going to mess with me. All right. One bit. But one thing that I do have going for me is the power of my YouTube channel. When I go to city council meetings and I make those videos, news puts them out there for a lot of people to watch. So that's really good to know that my videos are being published somewhere. All right. So at least have that going in my favor. So all right, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Love you guys. God bless.